Meanwhile, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia made headlines earlier this week calling for Republican states effectively to secede from the Union. The Georgia Republican posted her proposal on Twitter, writing the U.S. should be separated by red and blue states because of, quote, woke culture issues. Morning Joe economic analyst Steve Rattner here with charts that show why a national divorce would not work out so well for those deep red states. Steve, good morning. What do you have for us?
Good morning. Well, first of all, Marjorie Taylor Greene is not alone. There have been a number of polls. There was one in 2021 that 2/3 of Southern Republicans wanted to secede from the rest of the country. And it's not going to work out well because when you take a look at how the balance of spending versus taxes goes across the country, what you can see here is that on the left side are the states carried by Joe Biden. The green are states in which the state paid more to Washington in taxes than it got back in other benefits. The orange colors, and they're shaded depending upon the degree of disparity, are the states where the states got back more from Washington than they sent. And you can see on the left a lot of green on the Biden states, 9 states altogether, as a matter of fact. And on the right, the Trump states, virtually every single state except for Utah, don't ask me why Utah, got back more from Washington than it paid. And so it would not really work very well to their advantage to leave. In fact, the top states for getting a better deal from Washington are Kentucky, Mississippi, and West Virginia.
Yeah, and if you look at poverty rates as well, Steve, higher poverty rates correlate by and large with some of these red states. Yeah,
so you can say, well, why is this happening? And poverty rates plays the major role. And first, let's look at what the poverty rates are. The chart on the left graphs the extent to which a state is a Republican state. The further to the right is more Republican. As you go up the scale, more poverty. And you can see with your eye that the red states tend to be above the national average in poverty. The blue states tend to be below the national average in poverty. Another way to look at it is this happens to be by counties, but you get to the same place on the right, how much GDP, how much of the nation's economy is produced in these places. The red states, the red counties, 29%, the blue counties, 71%. So they're suffering more economically, and that does lead to the question of how does that result in more money going to these states?
I mean, Steve, that's incredible. 71% of America's GDP comes from counties that voted for Joe Biden. 71%. So, again, this just underlines the fact that it would be devastating for there to be a divide for those areas that voted for Donald Trump to want a, quote, separation, a divorce from the United States. I mean, what do you think? What other chart? Do you have any other charts that we can move along to here?
Yeah, I've got one that sort of breaks it down and shows you how that works and why it happens that way. And so this chart takes the United States in the center and then the 2 states on the left that get the best deal, the 2 states on the right get the worst deal. And what you can see is the main driver of that are tax revenues, because if a state is poorer, it's going to pay less in federal taxes. So you can see on the left, Kentucky and Mississippi, which on average pay $6,600 and $5,700 a year in taxes. And all the way on the right, you can see Massachusetts and Connecticut, which pay far more, almost $15,000 in taxes to Washington. So they pay a lot more in taxes. But then you look at the top part of the chart, what do they get back? And you can see that, let's start with the green because it's the most interesting. The green is federal money that they get back for projects, infrastructure projects, military, and so forth. And you can see Kentucky all the way on the left. Why is Kentucky all the way on the left? Mitch McConnell is the Republican leader, has been for a long time. You may remember, for example, Joe Biden going down to the Kentucky-Ohio border with Mitch McConnell to break a bottle of champagne or whatever they did over that new $1 billion bridge that is being paid for by Washington. Fort Knox is in Kentucky. There's stuff all over Kentucky that Mitch McConnell has delivered to Kentucky. It's a very unusual situation. For most of the states that do better, you can see, for example, Mississippi, which is the poorest state in the country, that light blue are programs like Medicaid. The dark blue includes programs like food stamps. And so because they are poor or pay less, I shouldn't say it quite that way, because they pay less and have lower income residents, they get back more in federal benefits toward those programs.
So, Steve, you've laid out the numbers here. If this hypothetical were to happen, and Marjorie Taylor Greene were to get her wish, and these states were to secede, what are some of the practical, real-world impacts it would have on those states?
Yeah, they would have huge sort of deficits, economic deficits. They wouldn't have money for their projects. They wouldn't have new bridges. They wouldn't have federal installations in their districts. They wouldn't have food stamps, and they wouldn't have Medicaid to help cushion their residents against pretty extreme poverty. It would be a really tough and stupid economic decision. And again, the whole irony of this is you've got Republicans who oppose kind of almost every kind of federal spending, who are the biggest beneficiaries of the federal spending that they oppose.
So in summary, a terrible idea for everyone involved.
And a hypocritical
Let's knock it off.
Terrible idea for everyone in those red states.
This already.
Yeah.
All right. Steve Rattner with The Chart. Steve, thanks so much. Good to see you. Coming up.